Hello everyone, my name is WalStreet. This is a reboot of a series I just started, The Long Binge, The Long Work Binge. Due to popular request, they wanted me to rename this series from the Control Bar to the Long Work Binge. And with that new change up, it's not just my hair. We're not going to talk about the history of cocktails. I got to thinking after the martini video that just kills the mood, it kills the vibe. It doesn't really add my charisma to it as much as I would like. But I still want to learn the cocktails. I'm still going to learn the history of it. What I'm going to do instead is, if requested, assuming it's not an original recipe, do a history video of the cocktail on Saturdays, assuming it is picked. So basically you got 1 week to let me know, hey, I do want to know the history of the old-fashioned in this case, because that's what we're making today. But that's basically what we're going to be doing when it comes to that topic. We're going to focus just on the recipe and learning how to make it. And if you want the history, yeah, separate video. Anyways, the old-fashioned. My favorite whiskey cocktail. It's not really complicated. And if you understand how to make an old-fashioned, in theory, you understand the basics of every single cocktail. Because an old-fashioned isn't just a drink. It's not just a single thing that you can only do with one thing. It's the blueprint of many different recipes, especially the whiskeys. We're going to teach you the old-fashioned. I'm going to do it subtly different, but I'm going to tell you how to make it properly. Because the thing I love about an old-fashioned is this. Again, it's a blueprint. It doesn't have to be followed exactly. So, let's start off with the basics. What is in a old-fashioned? And again, if this is your first video here, we work with what we have. We don't go out of our way to buy the barista brussy of cocktail ingredients. We work with what we have. And we're kind of low on supplies. We haven't had much money to go out and get updated stuff. So, bear with me. I'll tell you what it is. First of all, bitters. Bitters is the seasoning of the cocktail world. This is your salt, pepper, garlic, etc. It's aromatic. It's supposed to spice up the spirit. Basically, you add a couple drops of this in it, you're going to get an elevated cocktail experience. I personally recommend, instead of putting water in your drink, if you want to drink any, 1 dab of bitter. You're still going to have the alcoholic burn, but the flavors will be 10 times pronounced. I'm using a Scotia. I probably butchered that. Miastin don't do well. And there's orange, there's chocolate bitters. I use the default. That's the one I prefer. Orange would probably be the best for old fashions, but I have the Waker. Simple syrup, which, in case you don't know, is literally just sugar and water. Equal parts. 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup water, and boom. You can have rich syrup by doing 2 parts sugar to 1 part water, or you can have dilute sugar, water, simple syrup, whatever you want to call it, which is 2 parts water to 1 part sugar. I have equal parts, so 1 to 1. And cherry. There's also an orange that you can add on to it for either the garnish, which is called a flag, or you can muddle it in the bottom, which we're going to muddle. You don't have to muddle. Calm down. I know the bartenders are like, no! You don't have to muddle it. At home, you can muddle. At the bar, you can just top it. Which I know what bartenders wants to be top, but hey, that's for another day. And then, a bourbon. This is traditionally how it's done, with a bourbon. Today, we're dealing with Buffalo Trace. But, as I mentioned, you don't have to follow that. It's a blueprint. You can make this gin. You can make it vodka. Though I prefer adding another liqueur just to spice it up a little. You can do it with one, which is a popular choice. And again, we're kind of low on it, and I need one for another recipe I'm doing. So we're not doing that. You could do it with Amoeno, but then I will ask you to do diluted simple syrup, because this is mostly sugar and alcohol, which gives you a cherry almond taste. It's up to you. Today we're doing Jameson, so Irish whiskey. We're going to do an Irish old fashioned, because that's the one we have the most of. And plus, I'm in the mood for Jameson. I want an old fashioned, but I want it to be done with Jameson. So anything I do with Jameson, remember, if you want it traditionally, bourbon. So, let's get to it, shall we? You want to stir this. You do not want to shake it. You only want to shake when it comes to creams and sour drinks. Anything with lemon, lime, etc. We're not dealing with that, so we're just going to stir it. For the glass, we're dealing with a wax and some type of big, blocky, solid cube of ice. I'm with you guys when it comes to the ice that's like up to the top of the glass. That's overkill. That's way too much ice. But you want ice in it to dilute the drink as you go. Old fashions are meant to be sip on. It's not meant for you to down it like you're trying to choke on a cup. And yes, I know you can stir this in glass. I just don't prefer it that way, because it messes with my head, and again, it's going to be really difficult to stir with a cube ice like this. If you're dealing with these ice only at a bar, or this is all the ice you have at home, then you can build it on ice in your glass. But personally, if you're dealing with a solid ice cube, which is the way I prefer it, build it in a separate glass. More dishes to do later, but better outcomes, trust me. Basically what you want to do is take one, assumingly it wants to come out, drop it in, and then do a splash, and I do mean a splash, a simple. You need something to help the muddling process, make it simple and help spread the juices. And that's all you want to do for muddle. You don't want to destroy the fruit itself. You want to get the juices out of it, which, if you can tell, there is juices in there, without destroying the fruit. I accidentally added a hair too much pressure, that's why it's stuck onto my muddle. That means you fail. I need to be fired. Goodbye, everyone. Now, what we gotta do is do the stirring process. If you like bitters, you want to add more. If you don't like bitters or don't want it to overpower the taste, which can happen, I recommend 2 dashes. If you like 4 to 6 dashes, I prefer 5. But today I'm doing 4, if I count the white. And then, again, you want a splash. Nothing more, nothing less. And then 2 ounces of your spirit, which I'm doing Jameson, you do bourbon, you can do rum, etc. So, here we go. And then you want to stir for about 5-10 seconds. You don't want to overkill it. Double strain, because we're doing crushed ice. And that's your old fashioned. I know traditionally it comes out like a really doggy brown type of taste. That's typically your bourbons. This is Irish, so it gives you more of an orange tone with the cherry juice on the bottom and the bitters that was added to the drink itself. So it's going to come out a tad bit more orange when you do Jameson. If you do bourbon, it will come out that classic color you see when it comes to old fashions. So, there's that. Anyways, we'll see how it tastes. If you make this drink correctly, the alcohol burn that you normally get from your drink will be gone. It will take away the burn. But it will give you a balanced sweetness, acidity, and fruity taste. But it's subtle. The spirit itself is still in the foreground. It's still in your face. And that's what an old fashioned is. It's an enhancer for the spirit. And the reason why I say if you can master this, you can master any spirit cocktail base, because you get your bitters and your overall counteractive to the sweetness from this. You get your fruity taste from the cherry itself, and orange peel if you want to add on top to that. You got your sweet, and then you got your alcohol, which depending on what it is, it can be really bitter, it can be really fruity. Jameson is more of a caramel, oak, chocolate note to it, which is why it's one of my favorites. Anyways, that's an old fashioned. Let me know what you think of this new style, because I'm trying to be more charismatic in this video. Is it too much? Is the jokes too much? Do you want me to follow strictly the recipe, or do you want me to demonstrate when I talk about with my videos that I will teach you more than one cocktail per video? Which way will you like it? Feedback is important for me. I want to know how to improve these videos and give you the best knowledge possible. Because I don't want to just teach you one cocktail. I want to teach you 2 or more. Because with me teaching you this basic recipe, I taught you how to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cocktails just based off of my ball alone. Just with this basic recipe and changing one ingredient. Which, when you get into bartending, mixology, etc., you're going to realize most cocktail recipes are one ingredient difference. A half a quarter ounce of something different. That's why there's thousands of cocktails, but we only want 1 or 2 because they're really damn similar. So, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me your feedback. Let me know if you tried this the way I taught you. And let me know what you think. By the way, if you want a more precise measurement of a splash, it's roughly 4 bar spoons. But I want to argue you that doing 4 bar spoons, which is literally like not even worth measuring, it will be 1/8 of an ounce per splash, so a quarter ounce. By the way, that's how much simple syrup you want in it. 1/8 of an ounce up to a quarter of an ounce. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think. I will teach you how to make different forms of syrups if you're interested. Manually go over each type. There's honey syrup, there's cinnamon syrup, there's winter breeze syrup. There's so many different types of syrups, it's not even funny. And I can go over them if you want. Anyways, peace.